the second half was pretty good ball, pretty good effort, I thought.
Well, I know at halftime I had a talk with Jillian and just let her know that, like, we need her on the boards and we need her in the post, like, to dominate the game. And she really picked it up the second half, which helped us. We knew that we had to pick up our intensity on defense, and I think that really helped us in the second half to get our momentum going and easy buckets on the offensive end.
Yeah.
What were you looking at? What were they throwing at you? Were they doing anything you hadn't seen or anything you hadn't expected?
I wouldn't say I wouldn't expect it, but I was definitely getting doubled and triple team, and that was hard for me. I realize now that a lot of teams are going to start doing that, and I have to stop getting so mentally frustrated to where it takes me out of my game, and I have to realize that I have, three options. One, I can kick it out to my teammates, which I usually do. Two, I can go up strong. And three, I can get fouled. So I have to remember, no matter what, that's going to happen. It happens to Janae, I'm sure. And I just have to realize in order to be a good player and to play my role for my team, I have to be able to not let that get to me, because it definitely did. And my teammates picked me up. So it wasn't unexpected, but like I said, now I just got to be more awake to it.
Joe, what were the conversations at halftime between you and your teammates? What were you telling yourself to kind of, like you said, get yourself back in your game?
A couple of teammates talked to me, Shay, Caitlin, pretty much everybody, and just basically be strong and be the player that you are. And Shay was mainly telling me don't let them take you out of your game. You know what you can do. Don't let what they're doing to you take you out of your game. And I think that's the biggest thing for me is getting picked up by my teammates, because they really do keep me going. Especially when I'm like that, I need someone to be like, you got this, Jill. Just chill. Especially because when we started the second half, I was still oh my gosh, this is going to be another one of those games, and I don't know what I'm going to do. But they just kept talking to me, and they just kept picking me up. Every time I heard one of my teammates on the bench, Caitlin, you could hear her, even though she wasn't playing. And that's what I need. So I'm very thankful for my teammates.
You get a freshman who can show leadership like that? Shay just proven herself at this point. She can raise her voice.
Yes, but Shay's always talking. So she always has something to say. But one thing about Shay, she has a really good basketball IQ. She knows the game. And actually, it's really surprising to me sometimes when she talks to me and says certain things, because I'm not expecting that from her. Because I know I don't talk that much, so it's crazy that the things that she sees, and it's just kind of, you got to take it in. It's one of those things where, it doesn't matter if she's a freshman or not. What she's saying is true, for the most part. When it's not, I just shut her out.
Coach talked about you kind of being willing to take on the scoring load tonight when others were struggling, particularly out of the gate, but you were obviously hot from three. You just comfortable at this point with your game and kind of playing at this level that you don't mind putting the team on your back when you need to?
I wouldn't call it put the team on my back. Everybody did different things, in different areas. And I just know, coming into conference, it was a transition, and I struggled a little bit, not with, the defense of other teams or anything, with myself. I just had to transition in my mind. And I think I'm over the hump now, and I realize what I have to do in order to be efficient and help my team in the best way that I can. And tonight, it was scoring.
That's every night. That's every night.
Sure, it's 2020.
Can you elaborate on what you were saying when you came in with the relationship you have with Joe when he does well?
Honestly, Joseph, the only time I even say anything to him is if we're talking smack to each other. So it's not like we're best friends or anything. But I love the way he plays, and and I just feel when he
Similar.
Yeah, just the way he plays is similar to mine, and it's just been coincidentally when he has been playing well, I've been playing well. Don't put that in the paper. That's weird. But yeah.
Your man.
With the delay and kind of the weather and weird atmosphere.
Yes.
No fans, so few fans.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize the band wasn't there.
I did.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I was kind of sleepy for the game, just the weather, it was cold, but, once we got on the court, it was all right, it's game time. And then the game it started slow, so,
You think that's why it started slow?
Yeah.
Because the atmosphere.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I think they kind of, they like that. That's their game is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's their pace. For us, it was no, 36 points and a half is not our game. So we got to pick it up, and we did a good job of that the second half.
A combination of you guys and maybe what you thought defensively, but also
Mm-hmm.
the atmosphere.
Right.
Yeah.
Light the fire.
And honestly, we're really grateful for the fans that did come out, because I know that was a life or death situation, because that snow was no joke out there. But one thing that Coach really said to us in the second half, I think was the difference, was that we need to have effort. That's what's going to win the game. Who was going to give more effort? Because I remember in the game, hearing Plouffe, and she's like, make sure you guys play slow. And I'm like, that's not our game, so we need to pick it up. Like, she was saying that, and I'm like, and teams know that's kind of how they take us out of what we do. So it was good to hear from Coach to be like, effort's going to win this game. And we kept pushing them on. We kept bringing it at them. So that was awesome.
Yeah.
Drea, Coach started her second half, getting the pace going.
I'll talk about my fellow freshie. Drea, I mean, I was really excited when he, like, called her name at the beginning of the second half because it's just, like, you know, maybe it's a freshman thing, I don't know, but I just like to see her do well. And she did a great job at the point guard at pushing it, and I made sure on the outlets to, like, get her the ball. And she's really well at reading, like, when they can't stop her and getting to the rim, like, despite her size. And she knows when to kick back and kick out. Like, she did, like, an amazing job. Like, I'm really happy for
She
her.
did a great job. She's going to be a huge, huge deal for us next year. And the fact that she's getting playing time and able to watch under Ariel and Lexi, like, and getting the playing time that she is now, it's going to be great for us, especially next year. But right now, she's stepping up and doing what she has to do. She's doing very well for a freshman. Well, both of them are.
For a
So
freshman.
California kids kind of stick together.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Ariel's always saying that IE connection.
IE connection. Whenever, like, I throw a, like, pass to
Yes.
Jill or anything, she's like, IE connection.
Yes. Or just in general, like when we're walking out in the snow, me and Dre and Shay look at each other like, we did not sign up for this. Like, why is there
Why-
snow? Like, why can't we be in Cali where it's sunny? So I think we definitely stick together because there's three of us, and then like just where we come from, me and Shay are really close, and then Dre is like an hour away, and we really get each other and like our mannerisms, just like where we come from. So we definitely stick together, and we have to. I mean, I'm only a year older than them, so we're gonna be together for a while.
To get back to the snow, is it one of those things where when it first comes out, like, oh, this is pretty, but after it starts affecting your guys' schedule, we're over it now.
Right.
Yeah.
The first time it was awesome. We were so excited. We were building snowmen, throwing like
Snow angels.
snowballs. But now it's kind of like, yeah, we're over it. Like, let's get some sun or rain for anything. Like, no, oh my
Ew,
gosh.
no.
This,
This makes it more gross. It's all smushy and dirty
I'd
and
rather have
icy.
rain than the snow.
Yeah, well, see, we're not agreeing right now.
Well, oh
It's
well.
okay.
Because the snow messes up your shoes too, and I'm a big shoe person. So, yeah.
Oh,
I know you talked about how at the beginning of the season you're kind of balancing that school, that kind of school athletic mode. And how do you like learn from Jillian like what it takes to kind of be a successful student athlete?
Yeah, Jill's very organized and like I'm gonna wake up at 7, do homework at 8. Like she's very like me. I've always just kind of been like, I'll find time, and I just like I'm realizing like now like you have to have a schedule, like you have to get things done, and I'm still learning and like I still get tired and have to fight myself to like do things, but I'm getting better at it this term, and as time goes by, but I'm definitely still learning. Yeah, still.
What play of Laura and Lexi stepping up for those missing starters and starting the game for you guys?
Well, the past couple practices, Laura's been doing like extremely well at the 2. Like she hasn't ran the 2 all year for us, but she like randomly like she's like running well and like hitting threes in practice. And I remember I was like, whoa, like where did this come from? And Lexi, she's just like she's a really hard worker, so like it comes to no surprise that she can like step up at any time.
Yes, definitely. I think with our team, one thing that we learn is like when players go down and they can't be out there, we have players that are going to step up. I felt like Megan stepped up really big as the 5. Shay did. Ariel as the 3, that was huge for her. And then Lexi, like Shay said, it's no surprise. Lexi always steps up. And Laura as the 2. Like, we have to realize that when we have teammates that can do it and want to do it and want to be on the floor, that should give us energy to go out there and be like, I'm going to play not for myself, but for them. And that's what we did tonight. And that's huge for our team. That definitely shows that we're growing. Because, like, last year we had, 6 players, and then it was very tough for us. But now we realize, like, they're going to come back. Let's just get this game and let's pick up for them. Yeah. So it's big for us.
And I had to play the 5 the entire game, and I've never done that before, so that was a challenge.
Yeah, I did good. Good job.
And how are you guys feeling overall heading into Monday's game?
We're feeling like we want to get a win, and we're gonna come and practice tomorrow and see what we have to do in order to get that win and prepare.
I'm excited about it. Coach always says that it's always good to go 2-0 at home. A split you can live with, but it's nice to go 2-0. So we're gonna do what we can and go out there and play basketball, or Oregon basketball, I should say.
Yes.